Hi, this is Lawrence Stainbank. I'm an Englishman living in London near the banks of the Old Father Thames. Now, I've made this video in response to some reaction that's been online to this product, DS Domination. Um, I'm a member of DS Domination, let me tell you that straight up front. I use it both to sell items on eBay and as an affiliate, so I just want to make that very clear from day one. But the reason I've made this video is this. This is a very common marketing tactic these days. People will typically put up an article or a video entitled, "Is DS Domination a Scam?" or something like that. The idea is, of course, to make the title dramatic and attract you, so you read the article or watch their video, which, and the usual outcome of that is they say, no, actually it isn't a scam, I've had a look at it, it's wonderful, please buy it, or something like that. Well, that's fine. I think that's an old-fashioned method. I wouldn't use it myself. I think it's a bit weird and a bit negative. I wouldn't do it, but that's fine. But what annoys me is that people recently have been putting up articles like this, or someone has, and they mean it seriously, which is nonsensical. Got me a bit sort of, well, not mad, but I thought I'd make this video to make things absolutely clear from an insider's point of view, because that's what I am. As I say, I'm on the inside of DS, so I really think I can tell you all about it. I'm not going to bore you with my history online because it's pretty grim. I mean, I really don't want to get into the amount of money and time that I wasted over the years. I want to get straight through the positive stuff as soon as I can. But I think the best way of explaining this is to explain to you the way of making money online. These can be divided into three main areas. And I really have tried all of these, and I've tried all of these in many different formats using many different systems and companies, etc. But for example, you can sell hard products, and that can be anything from selling acne cream. Note how cleverly something beginning with A, from acne cream, to something beginning with Z or Z, depending where you are, which is zombie masks. Believe it or not, I have actually sold zombie masks some years ago online. That was reasonably successful. I was selling all sorts of dressing up costumes and the like. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Right, back to a sensible page. Hard products, as I say, are what I've just described: acne cream and zombie masks and everything else in between. Classically, you would set up a website, sell it from the website. People pay for the product, you ship it out, you pack it and ship it out to them, or someone else does. Fine. This obviously involves buying a domain name for your website, creating a website, whether you do it or pay someone else to do it. You certainly have to pay a hosting company, and the point of a hosting company is to put your website online and keep it there. And you then have the really hard work, which is getting people to visit your website, generating visitors, generating traffic, which you can do by free methods, or you can step into the minefield of paid methods. This all takes a terrific amount of time and expense. And remember, this has all happened before you have made a penny online. Okay. Next, we have downloadable products. Downloadable products, I'm sure you know, simply means if you go to somewhere like clickbank.com, clickbank.com, that's a kind of agency which has thousands of downloadable products. These are products that when someone buys them, after paying at the click, they can download the product onto their computer and use it more or less instantly. The huge advantage being, of course, there is no packing, shipping, handling involved. That's the great side of it. And you can represent these products by creating a website based around them, and when you make a sale, you get a commission. That commission varies. It could be anything from 40, 50, 60, 75%. Great, but you still have the problems that I described for the hard products, in that the expense of domains, websites, generating traffic, and the time involved, the techie issues involved, etc., etc., etc. That's that one. The third, as you see here, MLM, sometimes called network marketing or pyramid schemes or whatever. These are companies that the main way of making money is for you, if you join them, to get other people to join. In other words, when you're in there, someone else, you try to get other people to join the company. In doing so, obviously they also have to pay, and you get a commission from that payment. That commission can be anything from 50% right up to 100% of what these people pay. The bigger your team, the more money you make. In turn, your team members may recruit other people, and you get a percentage. The way they're structured varies, but you get a percentage of what people lower down to do. It's in fact called your downline. Okay, typically these companies have products which they promote, and these products usually are not cheap. They can range anything from a few $100s to thousands of dollars, and you are encouraged to get all in. The idea being, of course, that you can't get a commission on any product that you promote that you don't already own. So if you really want to go for this big time, on day one, you're going to buy all these products, and sometimes at enormous cost. In addition, you still have, the problem, this is no guarantee of success, of course, you still have the problem of driving people to whatever it is you're using to promote this, typically a website, a blog, or whatever, and the expenses involved. So all of these schemes, whichever one you go for, have very common fundamental parts. Excuse me. They all have fundamental aspects to them, which involves expense and money, and it can be a very frustrating business because you can spend hours, days, weeks, months making videos, writing articles, posting, advertising on whatever, and getting virtually nowhere. And that's a very hard thing to cope with, because you're sitting there typically alone at home, hour after hour, doing this stuff, and sometimes it's like talking to yourself. And you can be forgiven for thinking that you're going to go kind of slightly crazy. But many of us are captivated, myself included, of making money online, and are prepared to do this. Now, what we've discussed so far, if you like, is negative stuff. But out of negativity can come positivity, in the sense that if what we've just done is, in fact, kind of create a list of the difficulties of making money online, the difficulties of ways of making money online, and so forth. So it must be possible to do the reverse and create a list of what the ideal setup would be, and this is mine. Let's just run down them. This is my bullet points here. A small, and I mean very small, initial outlay. In other words, wouldn't it be great if you could get going, really up and going, and spend just a tiny, tiny amount of money? And I do mean tiny. Supposing you didn't set up a website at all. Supposing you didn't buy a domain. As I say, suppose you built no website. In other words, get rid of the techie stuff. Therefore, if you didn't have a website, you wouldn't have to pay for any hosting. How about not buying anything or storing stuff up front? I'm obviously thinking about in the cases you might be selling hard products. How about no other techie stuff? And believe me, this techie element cannot be over exaggerated. You're probably a pretty bright person, probably brighter than me. You will run into techie things. All techie problems can be overcome. There's no question about that. But you can typically solve one technical problem, and a few days or even a few hours later you hit another one, and this goes on after on after on. And remember, this is during a period when business-wise possibly nothing's happening for you, so it makes it kind of doubly frustrating. You start, back of your mind, there's little voices saying, look, you're doing all this stuff, you're driving you and those around you perhaps slightly crazy. Is it really worth it? I mean, is it ever going to kind of work? Okay. And so it'd be great to have a company where you're actually starting the company in hours, and then something where you could potentially see income in days. And yes, I do mean days, not weeks or months. At this point, I should have some kind of income disclaimer. In other words, whenever I talk about money on this video, I'm in no way guaranteeing you what you will make online, or indeed if you'll make any money at all. I can't guarantee you anything, including waking up tomorrow. I don't know you. I don't know how much you're going to do, how much work you're going to put into all this, so no guarantee. So just wanted to get that out of the way. But ideally you want to see something, and I'll get back to this later, talking of my own experiences, in days, because it's not the amount of money. If you make some money in a few days, it's not the amount of money, it's the speed with which you do it. And suddenly this light bulb comes on and you think, hey, this actually works. Therefore, if I can sell one, I can sell 100, I can sell 1,000. I can just upscale and keep on going. Very, very important to be encouraged in that way. The most difficult problem, in my opinion, that absolutely anyone faces online, they've conquered everything else, is simply to get enough eyes on your page. You can have the world's greatest website, and a lot of people do this and cannot figure out why thousands of people aren't turning up and having a look at it every day. Getting people to do that is extremely, extremely difficult and hard work. You can either go the free method of creating endless articles, posts, videos, posting on other people's websites and blogs and forums. It goes on forever, and it can go on forever. I did this on one particular thing that I was promoting, and believe it or not, it was 1 year, repeat, 1 year before I got a sale. I will never do that again. So this is a very, very big issue. And then often people, when they can't generate traffic in that method, turn to paid methods. The fastest method known to man to get through money. Believe you me, if you don't know what you're doing, you really can spend an absolute fortune in a very short space of time. Next, the ability to expand without limitation, if you want to. In other words, you find something, it works, and then you scale up, or have the ability to scale up. Interesting survey taken recently in America where they asked people how much extra income per month would make a real difference to their lifestyle. The average reply is quite surprising. The average reply was $1,000. People were certain that an extra $1,000 a month would have a huge impact on their life. Not an awful lot of money. What impact on your life would an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 make per month? I don't know. You may want to make just that. I don't know, extra 1,000 or 2,000 a month in your part-time. On the other hand, you may want to go for it big time. You want to be like me, full-time marketer. You might say, no, I want to make 5, 10, 20,000 a month. Fine, but you need something which you can do either. Okay. This next one, I was thinking about not coming onto this at all, because this is referring really to something that's happening currently within DS Domination. The opportunity, without any hassle, much simpler than this all sounds, of developing your own product line. This is done basically, let me tell you, by buying your stuff from probably China, your own labels on it, having it shipped and stored somewhere in the US. In this sense, you can do this no matter where you are in the world. Then selling from the US, more typically than not on Amazon, and making a great deal of money. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to go into details because it's brand new. It's kind of coming on now, but I'm extremely excited about it, as you can probably tell, and a lot of people are going to be. Believe you me. The other thing is that a lot of products, even the good products, you kind of buy in at a fairly modest cost, and they say, well, welcome, this is all wonderful, this is how you're going to make a great deal of money, but if you really want to make the big time, folks, then just, upgrade to this next product, and you get that product, and you upgrade again, and again, and again, and again. What I love about DS is day one, level one, you're in for $19.95, and for that amount of money, you are told the entire, if you want to call it, secret, and they really show you how to do it. In other words, exactly what DS Domination is about, what you do and how you do it. I mean, really, click by click, go here, do that, step by step by step. You can do all of this. You can make a full-time living out of DS Domination by getting to this level and going absolutely no further. Yes, there are other levels to go on to if you are ambitious and you want to, go that way. So yes, this is all about selling on eBay. It's about how to find what to sell, how to put it on eBay without having very high quality photographs that you don't take, good descriptions that you don't write, and the all important headlines. This is so important, it's beyond belief. You'll be shown how you can get your listing noticed even ahead of established eBay power sellers. You then make a sale, You get the money into your PayPal account, and only at that stage, this is, I think, the absolutely extraordinary thing about it, only at that stage do you then use your money to go and buy the product and have it shipped direct to your customer. Again, important, you don't do the shipping, someone else does the shipping for you. You don't handle it, you don't ship it. Too good to be true? Believe me, it isn't. I did this, and I bought into DS almost when it first came out in the morning. That afternoon, I put up 3 items on eBay. 3 days later, one of those items sold. I remember, I will never forget it, in fact. It was a blue sort of cooking pot, and I made $11 on this. The amount of money, I thought was great, but that wasn't really very important. I mean, a light bulb came on. I suddenly realized this works. Therefore, if I can sell one item in 3 days, I can sell hundreds, I can sell thousands, and and that's at the absolute basic level. It's a complete, I promise you, revelation. Now, there's another reason why I'm attracted to DS, and that you only really get to know about when you're on the inside. I don't know about you, I'm sure you have waded through sales letters that go on and on and on. They're covered in images of fast cars and beachside mansions and flashy watches and dollar signs, and they repeat themselves over and over again. It drives me nuts. But what drives me nuts even more are the sales videos. I'm trying to desperately make this one not like that never get to the point. Well, almost never. The guy spends forever telling you all about him and what was wrong in his life and what's now wonderful, and it goes on and on and on and on, and you're gagging for him to get to the point. And also, have you noticed these videos, unlike this one, this is obviously a YouTube-based video, you can't fast forward them, you just have to sit there and wade through all this stuff until you get somewhere, if you eventually do. And of course then the end bit is little more than just a sales pitch and nothing else. There's that kind, or there's the kind where he gets on with his mate and they spend the first 20 minutes telling each other how wonderful they are. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because DS Domination is not like that. Their videos, and I think for me their strongest point are their webinars, which they have many of. And depending which level you have, they have 1, 2, 3 a week, every single week, and they're quite long and they're just packed with information. There's no hype, there's no build-up, there's no waffle, there's no padding. They just get right to it and show you exactly what to do. Okay, it's wonderful. Now, I don't know where you're watching this, therefore on this last slide I've put up my email address there, rosebankdirect@gmail.com. Please get in touch with me with any queries you have whatsoever. I will also, if you're watching this on YouTube or on my site, I'll put links below to find out more. I've got a scheme by which I can send you webinars, insider webinars from DS without you ever even joining the company. So if you're not on my site, or you're not on eBay or whatever, just drop me an email and say, Lawrence, I would like to see those webinars. There'll be 2 of them. They're both over an hour long, packed with information, and they tell you exactly what DS Domination does and what they do and they even tell you how to do it. So if nothing else, you should grab them. But obviously you don't have to. Come what may, I would just first of all obviously like to thank you for listening to my video, and the future looks very bright with DS Domination. As I say, they've got some stuff coming out at the moment which is so exciting I can hardly contain myself. You may ask, am I biased? Yes, of course I am, because I'm on the inside. But the important thing is I'm on the inside because I know it works. And if it works for me, I'm a techie dunce, believe you me. Yes, I do. I have years of frustration, know how to do some basic stuff. I can even set up a simple website. But I'm not fundamentally a techie. And this system, when you think about it, you don't set up a website. The traffic is supplied for you. eBay, as you know, is one of the biggest websites in the world. They get vast amount of traffic, so the traffic is supplied. You're shown where to get the products from. You don't buy the products up front. It's all done for you as much as it possibly could be. It's simply down to you to put up your listings on eBay, and I would suggest putting up 3 a day. There are people who go crazy and put up kind of 10 a day, but I think there's a danger in that. It's it's hard work to put up 10 a day, especially to begin with, and it might kind of put you off. It becomes another sort of married to the computer thing again. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, DS has absolutely everything going for it. I've tried hundreds of products. I've tried dozens of methods. I've been with everybody you've probably ever heard of. This works better than absolutely anything. For me, can I 100% guarantee it will work for you? No. But for $19.95, do you really think this is something you want to overlook if you want to give yourself the vaguest chance of making anything from an extra few $1,000s a month to a full-time living, giving yourself the chance to do that? Okay. Once again, I'm going to stop waffling on now because, as I said, I don't like salesy type videos myself. So I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for listening and tolerating this, and I hope to be in touch with you in the near future. And whatever you decide to do, I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you.